So let's take a look at another problem. Suppose we have a Ferris wheel that's 40 meters in diameter and is boarded from a platform 2 meters off the ground. The 6 o'clock position on the Ferris wheel is level with the boarding platform. The wheel completes one full revolution every 4 minutes, and we're going to make 2 full revolutions. So what I would like to do is graph the situation and label the period, amplitude, and midline. Now, one thing that's been introduced that we haven't mentioned before is the fact that it talks about the 6 o'clock position. If you think about an actual clock, the 6 o'clock position means the bottom. So we're going to be boarding from the bottom of the Ferris wheel, and that bottom is going to be 2 meters off the ground. So, what else do we know? Well, we know the diameter of the Ferris wheel is 40 meters. What we will always learn, and if you think about it, you'll recognize this, that the amplitude is always going to be half of the diameter of the wheel. So if the wheel is 40 meters, the diameter is 40, the amplitude then is 20. Again, the boarding platform is 2 meters off the ground. So that's going to actually tell us the minimum height is 2 meters. And the maximum height when you're at the top of the Ferris wheel will be 42 meters. Because again, Ferris wheel is 40 meters in diameter. Now, the midline is actually found by averaging, remember, the minimum and maximum. So I know the minimum is 2. I know the maximum is 42. So that's 44. Divided by 2 is 22, so the midline is at y equals 22. And the last thing they told us is that the wheel completes one revolution every 4 minutes, so therefore the period's 4 minutes. So we could actually draw this pretty nicely. So what I've done is I have my minimum at 2, and I have my maximum at 42. My midline I drew at 22. I'm going to start at the beginning of time, down at the 2, and I'll go up to the top. And I go back down, and I finish, make one complete revolution in 4 minutes. So this would be 4 minutes right here. And then they told me to go for 8 minutes, so I go and do the same thing over again. Not terribly difficult, but it does take some practice. There's several questions in the book. You'll really want to make sure that you address those questions.